It must take a lot of bad stuff to drive a person to banditry. I feel sorry for them. Bad dog! Bad!
Staying safe, I hope. Until next time.
For a stranger, you're not so bad. Wait, so a costume? You're not serious.
Sure I am. We got some furs and tree branches, paint them white, and then tie them to stump. Instant frostbite spider.
Brodnar, nobody's gonna believe that your dog is a frostbite spider. And if they
Don't
do,
take this the wrong way, but you
That's not
look a
much
little
of a threat.
sickly.
Oh yeah?
Need
What would
something?
you rather do?
How about we play tag? You're it.
All right then. Have you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see. Huh? Until next time.
Are you new around here?
Yes? Oh, I see.
Have I done something to make you bother me?
Need something? Honest gold for honest work. Good day.
Lost? Got any ale or mead? Good day.
Faendal thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him. Camilla Valerius knows I'm the best man in Riverwood. That elf is kidding himself if he thinks she would choose him over me. I've seen him sneaking over to the Riverwood trader to speak with her when I'm not around. He's wasting his time. You may be right. Camilla may see Faendal as little more than a friend, but why take chances? Here. Give Camilla this letter. It's full of venomous nonsense. Tell her it's from Faendal. That letter ought to convince Camilla to never speak to Faendal ever again.
Sure you have the right raw material.
Make some armor. Got it. Just need to, what's the desired raw material?
Orgnar, are you listening?
Hard not to.
The ale is going bad. We need to get a new batch. Did you hear me?
Yep, ale's going bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all. Just make sure we get a fresh batch in soon. You're that visitor been poking around. Word is Ulfric Stormcloak escaped from the Imperials. War is only going to get worse now. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Welcome. Let me know if you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere. We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell. Here, take a look at this. Lucan at the Riverwood Trader had his store broken into the other night. Oddly enough, barely anything's been stolen. Of course. It's all in this note. Need a room? Talk to Delphine. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Until next time.
Sheathe your weapons and come quietly. By order of the Jarl, stop right there. Smart woman. Now come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course.
Each of us, the future of Skyrim, the future of Tamriel. And there it is, friends, the ugly. We are the children of man. Talos is the true god of man.
You have come. You have come to hear the word of Talos. Hello, my friend. If you seek knowledge about mighty Talos, you have most certainly come to the right person. In mortal life, Talos was a Nord, possessed of unmatched tactical skill, limitless wisdom, and the power to see into men's hearts. Talos mastered the power of the voice, and with it he united the lands of men into a great empire. In southern lands, he was known by the name Tiber Septim. Here in Skyrim, we honor him by his proper Nord name. So great was his reign in life. When he ascended to the heavens, he was made Lord of the Divines. If you want to know more, I'm sure you can find any number of tomes on the subject. Because the so-called Emperor is a coward. That's right, I said coward! Oh yes, he agreed to banish the worship of Talos at the tip of an Aldmeri sword. They called it the White Gold Concordat. Well, I call it blasphemy. A true son of the Empire would never have turned his back on our greatest hero. Not at any price. Well, let me tell you something, friend. Cyrodiil, the very idea is inconceivable to our elven overlords. Sharing the heavens with man? Ha! They can barely tolerate our presence on Earth. Today, they take away your faith. But what of tomorrow? What then? Do the elves take your homes? Your businesses? Your children? Your very lives? And what does the Empire do? Nothing! Nay, worse than
Need something?
The Imperial machine
Oh.
enforces the will
Oh,
of
I
the
see.
Thalmor against its own people. So rise up, children of the Empire. Rise up, Stormcloaks. Embrace the word of mighty Talos. He who is both man and divine. Trust in me, white one. Trust in my spirit. For I am the chosen of Talos. I alone have been anointed by the night. Spread his holy word. Talos the mighty. Talos the unerring.
My poor Fralia thinks Thoron's still alive, but I know better. Gods be praised.
The Skyforge?
Aye, my clan fathers have worked it since the first Grey Manes came to Whiterun. Skyforged steel is all the companions will use, for good reason. Are you blind, girl? I'm a blacksmith. Any halfwit could see that. Mm-hmm.
Those two at it again?
Ha! Found you!
Watch the eyes.
Yeah!
Come on! I'll see you burn.
Get in there and push. What are you waiting for?
You think you stand a chance?
Ah!
Are you gonna let me watch or not? In charge of what? I'm in charge of me, and you're in charge of you. If you're looking to join up, Codlack's the one to be talking to.
Ah, fresh blood. Hope you know how to handle yourself. Soon enough, it'll be me. In the meanwhile, the Circle handles our daily routine, and Codlack advises them as Harbinger. Fortune and glory, friend. Fortune and glory. Safe travels.
Inconceivable to our elven overlord. Very nice. With man? Ha! They can barely tolerate our presence on Earth. Today, they take away your faith. But what of tomorrow? What then? Do the elves take your homes? Your businesses? Your children? Your very lives? And what does the Empire do? Nothing! Nay, worse
I know your
than
family's honor is important to
Imperial
me, but we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop now, but I can't get the sword on my own.
So you're willing to starve your wife and daughter to reclaim some rusty old sword?
I just need to hire one, maybe two good men. You won't starve.
I'll put it plainly. You can claim your sword, or you can keep your wife. If you set foot outside that gate, I won't be here when you return.
Saphir! Wait, Imperial? I can teach you a few things. No, I'm not. Looks like we've got something in common then. No, I'm a Red Guard. My family hails from the Imperial Province. But I left home when I was just a lad. Been wandering ever since. Need something? Nah, I don't think so.
Battleborn, give me your money.
I don't have
Thinking
any
of settling in? There's a house for
Right now, or I'm gonna bloody your nose.
Talk to the steward.
No, please! I really don't have any money, Brave.
What are you looking at?
I'll give you 10
I'm not
septims
afraid
tomorrow.
of you.
Just
No.
don't hit me.
Give 10 septims tomorrow, baby Battleborn. Or I'm gonna bloody your nose and your lip.
It's no fun getting pushed around all the time. Well, I used to sneak out at night and try to tip over the big ox in the Greymane's yard. And me and Mila used to climb up on the roof of Dragon's Reach and look for birds' eggs. But I don't do that stuff anymore. Father keeps catching me and then I get in trouble. Bye.
Excuse me, but I'm trying to read. Need something? How can I argue with that?
Excuse me.
Yes? I study corpses. I am, after all, a priestess of Kinnereth. On the contrary, I'm doing independent research on the nature of death. If we can better understand how an injury or illness kills, we'll be more adept at applying a remedy. Although, given the state of the temple, I can see why you'd mistake a healer for an undertaker. I do find humor to flex the more unsavory aspects of handling bodies. For instance, in Eastmarch, there's a priestess of Arcane named Helgerd. She was a lot funnier than me. Smarter too. She could pinpoint the cause of death by studying the corpse's exterior. She could determine the time by markers of decay. Two reasons, really. The Temple of Kinnereth, and the ample supply of bodies. It allows me to conduct my research while still upholding my duties as a priestess. Of course, the corpses here aren't the only specimens worth study. There's also the men. I never implied my work was solely on the dead. I used to experiment on small animals. I'd make cuts in multiple locations and attempt to heal only one of the incisions. If the spell succeeded, I would compare the result to a traditional healing spell, as well as the amount of magicka required to cast it. But this presented a new dilemma. Trapping wild animals isn't as easy as opening a coffin. There's also the matter of the screaming. Animals can be quite obnoxious when cut or burned. It's as if they don't understand the concept of research. Yes, but it isn't easy for most to hear such screams coming from the Hall of the Dead. Some might think we're burying their relatives prematurely, so I was forced to conduct my experiments on a less focal subject. Myself. It is a small sacrifice. I can hardly call it one. If you wish to see real sacrifice, talk to John Battleborn. That man aims to give up his family for love. Now there's an impressive subject. Currently, I'm deducing the nature of poison. It seems that regardless of the substance, the body has a threshold which cannot be surpassed. This can vary depending on the substance. For instance, the toxicity of nightshade is far higher than that of jazzbay grapes. A jazzbay grape, on the other hand, can leave you susceptible to destruction magic. All things, when consumed in enough quantity, can kill. It is. There's a story, in fact, of a man who drank from a fountain that was rumored to restore youth. An elderly man, he consumed water from dawn until dusk, until his stomach bloated like a gourd. The sun hadn't set when the man collapsed and died. It turns out he succumbed to water poisoning. For him, water was the source of all death. Similarly, as poison is in the dose, mortality is bound to time. A simple cut, if allowed to fester, can be fatal. While some areas are more tolerant than others, preventing death is simply a matter of restoring a wound within that set window. That's why efficiency is crucial in the field. Many deaths happen because there's simply not enough time to find a healer. I've always had a soft spot for sailors and travelers, for whom Kinnereth is the matron. They would often visit the temples and pay homage and tend to their wounds. I marveled at these strange visitors from faraway lands, and the priestess whose touch could bind cuts, soften bruises, and solder bones. But what intrigued me most of all was the concept of pain. It was pain that brought these men to the temple first, and the tavern second. The smart ones anyway. The others came too when the ale failed to cure them. Not one of my best. In any case, the point is this. Injury did not eventuate healing. Pain did. Without it, there's nothing to alert us of danger. I don't know if that's the best way to put it, but I'd certainly take it as a compliment. There's 3 types of research. The first is done purely for knowledge. The college mages fall into this category. The second is driven by agenda, the most common of which are money and war. Mostly money, but war's a close second. The third is altruistic, or more specifically, in service to the gods. My research follows no banner. It serves the will of the gods and the protection of all those who worship them. If my research is used for war, then I'm not to blame, even if I'm partly responsible. I trust that people are inherently good, because if mortals are corrupt, then it makes little difference what one person does. True, both healing spells and potions restore the body as a whole, but most of this energy seems wasted in the process. By concentrating its effects at a specific area rather than the body as a whole. For a master of restoration, sure, the point is moot. Even a grand healing spell is but a portion of their magicka reserve. But for a novice mage or spell sword, the amount saved on magicka potions alone could be substantial. I have no doubt it would, but I don't like support. And Skyrim has no shortage of test subjects. Plenty. You just have to ask the right questions. Sorry, that's an old necromancer joke. I couldn't resist. Basically, I need test subjects for my restoration research. The dead tell me how certain ailments work. Unfortunately, unlike exterior damage, it's difficult to pinpoint injuries and disease that happen within. You have to dissect the body and look for patterns. Then you compare the results with healthy bodies that died from more obvious wounds. A courier was found dead on the road west towards Rorikstead. On him was a letter. He didn't say who from. A summoner attempted to conjure up one of the guards a warm bed. They both burned to death. All right then. Since Whiterun serves as a divide between the Imperials and the Stormcloaks, the war brings many suitable specimens to study. This pleases me.
Yes? Take a look. Huh? Thank you. Here, this is for you.
They say the college has been snooping around Sarthal. Mages in a burial crypt? No good can come of that.
We Greymanes have been feuding with the Battleborns for years. There's no more bitter enemy than an old friend.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions.
That smells delicious.
Is there something I can do for you? Take a look. Huh? That doesn't change anything.
I'll teach you to talk to me that way.
You expect me to believe that? How much? Nah, I don't think so.
Hello, friend. In the market for some hunting supplies? What are you hunting? Never mind. I don't want to know. Thank you very much for your business. I can tell you're no stranger to the wilds. I'm sure we can meet your hunting needs.
Blade and shadow, silence and death. These are my arts. For a modest fee, I'll make great art for you. Walk always in shadows, so that you will see your foes before they see you.
All right, then.
Oh, did you need something? Huh? How can I argue with that?
I'll be happy to assist you if you'd like to purchase something.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle. Have you met my father? He's a steward up at Dragon's Reach. Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Stay sharp.
Need something?
Oh, did you need something?
Yes?
One of these days, I
Sure
really
thing.
have to get
It's
something
yours for a day.
comfortable
No,
to wear.
please. Hold
Easier
your
to put on.
One more song. What say you? Yeah? Oh,
Let's sate that appetite,
Oh, there once
once was a hero named Ragnar.
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
I'll have to talk with Balgruuf and get that
All
coat
right,
packed
then.
up for
Braggart did
good.
swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles in gold he had made.
What can I
But
do for
then
you?
and quiet did
All right, then.
when he met the shield maiden
Yes?
Matilda, who said,
All right, then.
Good evening.
"Lie and
All
you
the
drink
gold in
all our
Hammerfell
mead. Now
isn't
I
worth
think it's
cleaning up
high
another
time that
pool
you
of
lie
vomit.
down and bleed." So then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in.
Of
full
course.
zeal. And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor. Thank you, good patrons of the bannered mare. Thank you.
Need something? Lead the way.
If you're looking for the court wizard, I'm not him. Farengar is the one you want. If you wish to speak with him, you'll find him somewhere in the general direction of boredom. Now, if you'll excuse me, there's this invention called wine that requires my immediate attention. So you just want a wizard? You've still come to the wrong place. Walk outside, make a left, and tell Bjorlum you want to go to Winterhold. I'll be making my own trip to the bottom of a bottle, where I plan on staying for the conceivable future. Although some say the spiced wine in Solitude rivals any vintage the Third Era ever produced, I'd say those people have never been to the Isles. I apologize, were you saying something? My name
This
is
is a local
Elderwin.
favorite
I've come to
one of the
Whiterun
first
for the
songs I
Skyforge and for Farengar.
Ragnar the Red.
I don't see that as a negative. My Nord friends often chide me for neglecting the rich history of Skyrim, as if I was ignorant of it. They say, you know, Elder, there's more to Skyrim than just alto and spiced wine. And I tell them, yes, yes, I know all about your windmills and bards and 12 different words for cold. I only care about the wine. Yorland allows me to use his magical forge to craft jewelry. I use the enchanting table at Dragon's Reach to raise their value. Then I turn them around and sell them to Farengar, and he always buys them. I've never met a man so obsessed with necklaces. He says their enchantments are valuable. I think he likes to wear them. Maybe tomorrow I'll enchant him a dress to go along with it. Caves are the best place to find packs of wolves, or bears, sometimes even trolls. Unfortunately, by myself, they provide a bit of a challenge. There used to be 3 other mages in my faction, a motley bunch to be sure. A Khajiit, a Redguard, a Nord, and myself. Four mages can be a formidable party, especially when their talents complement each other. As a result, I can afford to make mistakes. Mistakes like trading our last healing potion for a flask of wine. Not a problem when the Redguard was there to restore my wounds. Thankfully, the one talent I do have serves me well. It turns out most feral beasts in Skyrim are susceptible to fire. Victim to the squalls of battle, I'm afraid. It matters not if you are a novice or an archmage. All it takes is a single misstep. The Khajiit was first. We all knew it'd be him. Then our numbers were 3. Next came the Redguard, then the Nord, and soon only I remained. Fine, fine. When it comes to examining wine, I'm still just a novice, although I have picked up the basics.
There's nothing like a good song to lift
Be
the
gone.
spirit in troubled times. Need something? All right then.
I heard the gourmet's hiding out somewhere in Skyrim. You know, fella who wrote that cookbook? Need anything else? Just let me know.
Is there something I can do for you? Until next time.
Need something? Mm-hmm.
Since Whiterun serves as a divide between the Imperials and the Stormcloaks, the war brings many suitable specimens to study. This pleases me.
Yes?
This is a
Farewell.
local favorite and one of the first songs I ever learned. Ragnar the Red. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. This is a local favorite.
Come on in. Just stoked the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out. Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda. Yeah, these Khajiit make a living traveling the roads and selling their wares. It's got to be tough. Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them. Matter of fact, I do. They've been fair enough with me, far as I can tell, and Denord knows a liar when she sees one. About the same as everyone else. They're the catfolk of Elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders. The way I hear it, Elsewhere ain't nothing like Skyrim. It's got tropical forests and dusty badlands. It sounds awful.
But this land is ours, and we'll see
Farewell.
it wiped clean of the scourge that has sullied our hopes and our dreams. Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of bold battles and gold he had made.
How can I help you?
But then he went quiet, did Ragnar the Red, when he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said,
Sure. What would you like to play?
"Oh, you talk and you lie and you drink all our mead. Now I
Ah,
think
that's
it's
a
high
good
time that you
request.
lie down
I
and
can play that
bleed."
for you.
And so then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal. And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more when his ugly red head rolled around on the floor.
Hey, Jordy, your hands off!
That's close enough. If it's work you're looking for,
Time to cleanse
Hulda's
the Empire
one
of
to
its
talk to.
filth.
Now please, no more questions.
Victory is yours.
You wanna go?
Do your worst.
I'm killing you with my... I'm on fire!
You bested me. By order of the Jarl, stop right there.
We drink to our youth. Today
Smart woman. Now, come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods, and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. I have a letter here for you. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Riches beyond imagining. I found these words inscribed in ancient dwarven ruins in the Reach. I believe they mark the entrance to a forgotten city. My brother went in a few days ago and hasn't returned. I need someone I can count on to go in after him and bring him back alive. I've heard great things about you, which is why I'm asking for your help. I'll be waiting for you in the ruins. Please hurry. And remember, riches beyond imagining. Cassia.
What's on your mind? Is there anything else you need?